Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patioheat channel, where we create visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decision for your application. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so we have this residential application. We have a gazebo here. There's 7 sides to this gazebo, and you can see we will have a chandelier in the middle, and there's a TV set on this one edge here. The main seating area will be right around this area like this, and there is a prep countertop with possibly some barbecue or something of that nature over here as well. Let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions. Now my overall dimensions aren't 100% accurate, but the most important aspect is going to be this height here. So the 7 foot 6 inches to the bottom edge here to the floor, and then I have it at 17 feet from this beam here to this beam here. I believe they said it was 18 feet, so I'm 12 inches off there. And then from this here to the center point of this edge here is 16 foot 8 inches. But again, those dimensions are off. The height is what's critical. I do have a height of the center of the Raptor system here on the bottom side at 11 foot 5 inches roughly. And yeah, give or take 12 inches as far as this layout's going to be is not going to be a big issue whatsoever. So in any case, let's go ahead and turn that off and look at possibly the first option. And the first option I have here would be using 3 of the slimline units. These are SL 4024s. They're black in color. They do have a black face model as well. And I like this because of its low profile. So we have 5 inches by 3.5 inches. We have a 6-inch clearance above. We have a 6-inch clearance back here. So let's go ahead and just look at that real quick. And you can see that we're meeting all the clearances. One of the other reasons I like this particular model is because you can slide the brackets along this channel that's back here, and this channel allows you to line up the brackets to the actual joists wherever there might be. There is a minimum and maximum that you could do, so just bear that in mind. In any case, that would allow you to mount the brackets here. So you need to make sure you have that 6 inches of clearance from here to the top of the beam, or to the bottom of the beam here, and you can actually just slide this beam back here, or excuse me, the bracket. You can rotate the bracket so that it lines up with the beam itself. Other than that, I think this is one of the best options for this application. So the customer did mention using CD 4000 watt units. The 4000 watt unit is a smaller or shorter unit, and it's a little bit larger in this dimension here. It's 8 inches this direction here as opposed to the 5. However, it's a much hotter unit for higher applications. So these are infrared light waves, so kind of like a flashlight, if you can imagine. These heaters put out infrared light. Infrared is invisible to the human eye. However, it is like a light, flashlight, let's say, and if you were to move that flashlight closer or tighten up the beam by using a CD model, then it gets more intense in a smaller area. So just like a flashlight, you put it against the wall and you have a circle here, let's say, against this edge. The further out you go, the wider that circle is, but the less intense it is. So the closer you go, the more intense it becomes. So that's why I would not recommend really at this height the CD model for this application. I like the 4000 watt units, even if it's a C model 4000 watt unit, because it just gets a wider footprint of heat at this elevation. So you can see with this this setup here, we have 3 units, and with that setup we get a pretty good coverage for this entire space here. We're not actually covering the edge to edge from like this post to this post. We're probably missing about 1.5 feet, maybe 12 inches in, but however you set up your seating arrangements will allow you to, you could just move a couch at one point if you're not really in that ray or something of that nature for different events. So this is my favorite, and let's go ahead and look at a second option. This would be option 2, utilizing possibly 2 4000 watt units, and I've just had them placed within this section here and this section over here, so I'm skipping 2 areas over here. And we'll go ahead and look at the array. Oops, sorry about that. We'll look at the array with this. Now, just keep in mind, you need to mount the units on the ceiling and maintain the 6 inches of clearance, and then 6 inches of clearance back here, as well as if you try to put it over here, which you don't have enough room, once you mount it on a vertical surface, the manufacturer states that you need to maintain 12 inches of clearance above. So that's why I'm not recommending this model as much, but definitely not on this beam going across here. So, but again, the wider unit gives you a larger footprint of heat, and you can see here with just 2 units, you get a pretty good coverage. And then I'm just going to throw in a couple of extra units here, just so you can see, you know, if we were to, you know, possibly place a unit over here, you know, instead. So I could just, let me just delete this one here for a second, and possibly delete this unit over here. So you can see with just 2 units here, we're able to cover this area here. However, this section right here has a lot of overlapping. I'm not quite happy about that. You could mimic just like what I showed you with the slim lines at the very first option, using, you know, 3 of these in place of the slim line. So this would be the layout for the slim line here again, and turn that off and turn that off for a section. So this will be the layout for the slim line. So you could just replace all 3 of these with the 4,000 watt C model units. So if you're choosing that, because this particular client wanted to put the face trims on this, and or motifs they call them, on the C models, and I agree that looks nice, but this is probably my favorite again. Let's just go back to this here, and let's see, I'm gonna rotate these back here. I think we're back here. So yeah, this is the 4 units, this is the 3 units, and I want to go ahead and just remove the rooftop, just so you can kind of see a little bit better of the footprint of heat here. Again, we're not capturing this with these units over here and over here. That's why I like the 3 model units. Let's go ahead and look at that real quick again. Hang on one second. So you can see here, you know, we're getting a nicer footprint of heat throughout the whole area. All right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like us to review your plans, please send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve, and please tap that like button. We don't advertise, we're not monetized. YouTube does not promote our channel unless we receive your thumbs up, and we greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Have an excellent day.